Hello, everybody. My name is Simona. I'm going to obviously talk about angels. I'm going to try and go over some things that, to just the main reasons for everybody to be here is to maybe hopefully connect with angels. And they definitely want you to know that you already are. All of you are. Everybody is. So I'm just going to jump right into
Speak a little louder.
louder. Okay, sorry. So first I'll tell you a little bit about myself. And maybe some of you will probably recognize if you've always felt lucky. Always felt lucky. When I was since I was very young, everything that I've ever wanted, or if I thought something, it would just happen. And especially when I was in school, trying to get out of being, be interrogated for something that I didn't study, that always worked really well. But not until much later I realized that yes, it's also called manifestation, but that happens because we are in communication with angels. So all of us can actually manifest many things in our lives to make our life easier. The biggest thing that angels want all of us to know and to spread the words to other people is that by asking for their help, they want to help us. They want to make our life much easier than what it is, and for us to just really enjoy this life on earth as much as we can and learn as much as we can. So when I started realizing that I was actually getting angels' messages it was really by chance. I didn't realize that I actually was and getting messages until I realized that what I was saying to people and the message I was getting was actually coming through. Sorry. So anyway, one way, I want to go over a few things. I know Greg already talked about some of the ways that you can get in touch with, or you know that you're in touch with angels. Other ways that could happen to you too. Sometimes angels will communicate with us in our dreams. Some of you might have had very vivid dreams where angels have come and they've given you messages, most of the time in answers to a problem that you could have had. And you probably get up and you might think that either you remember the message or you might just know what you need to know to handle the situation. And that usually happens that you've been visited and you've been given the message. So never never think that you're not guided, because you always are. A lot of people have a knowing or intuition. A lot of us women, actually, there's studies, we actually have great intuition. But really what that is a connection to the angel realms, and how they use our senses to give us messages. Some of you might be able to tell that the angels in your presence, if you feel like, and I don't know if anybody, and I'll tell you some of the stories. If you've ever felt hugged by an angel, anybody has ever felt being hugged by an angel, so if you want to raise your hands, it's really an amazing feeling. I don't think that there is love or words to explain how much love you can get from these beings, and it will make you cry. It's overwhelming, and it's the most beautiful thing that you could ever feel. And I was blessed to have that at least twice. It always happened in my dreams, but hey, I'll take that too, because you wake up right away and you're like, oh, you're like, wow, what happened? It's beautiful. It's beautiful, and I always thank him for that, because sometimes in all walk of life, all of us have had moments where we could have used a nicer hug than what we usually get. So, but anyway, the other way, sometimes we can smell them, and they'll always come. They'll let you know they're there, because you will smell a fragrance, and usually it's a flowery fragrance, or it could be a fragrance associated to some of the archangels. Some of the higher angels, the archangels, are associated with certain fragrances, and they actually like those scents, and that's, they will let you know whether they like them or not. There was one time I was trying to meditate, and I was trying to get in touch with Archangel Michael, and I used a mixture of sandalwood or whatever it was, and he definitely didn't like it. I couldn't light that stick for the life of me, so I realized that he didn't like it, and I just stopped it, and I just meditated without the scent, and and everything went fine. So there is, what else? Oh, sometimes if you're driving, or any time, if you're doing something and they're trying to get your attention, if every one of you has ever felt like a little bit of a touch in the back of your head, it felt like, then you turn around and you're like looking and there's nobody there, but they're trying to get your attention. And a lot of times it happens to me while I'm driving, because I drive recklessly, so they're always trying to get my attention. They always put a very slow driver in front of me, and usually within 2 minutes there is a cop right there who would have gotten a ticket if they hadn't sent that nice person that was driving very, very slow and drive me nuts. So there's a lot of ways that actually they protect us from all everyday's life. I want you to know that that you don't need to be a special person to communicate with angels. That you can be, anyone can, we all are. They want us to talk to them. They want us to use them to help us. It's their purpose and it's our purpose, because the more we use them, the more we believe in them, and the more we can create. The purpose of us to talk to them is so we can create a better reality for ourselves, and therefore bring more awareness and more light and more knowing, more awakening into the world. We are who will allow for a higher energy to be on this earth, and with the help of them and with the help of us. Without either, we can't achieve a greater state of being. It is very. It's their number one goal. And even as I was meditating, I got a message that I didn't realize this happened maybe a few weeks back. And I went back and read when the auto writing that I kind of put aside because I thought, it's probably not, I'm not even doing that. That's probably not me, always doubting, right? And I read back, and the message was very striking. I read it before I left, and thank God I did, because it was a message for today. And they want you to know that, and for us to spread the words to others and to help each other in knowing that they're there, that we need to use them, and that with their help we can make ourselves and our life better and live happier and live in love. Their message, they always do any kind of healing using love, and it's the one thing that exists the most for them. If you ever wonder what is your purpose on the world, if you're looking, the girl before me was saying, you're looking for yourself. The purpose on this world, is really to live your life in love and help others do the same. And that is one reason why you probably end up being here. Everything doesn't happen. Nothing happens by chance. Everything happens for a reason. If you're here, it is for your purpose and your awakening and your growth, your spiritual growth. Whenever you feel nudged to do something, whether it's to pick up a book or to get a CD or to go into a website, sometimes you're doing a research. Even they will use computers like crazy. They love using computers. They love using your radio. They love using any kind of phones or anything to give you a message. And they love computers. So you'll be doing a research, and you're looking for something specific. And you'll be happening that they're actually guiding you to a certain website that, a certain person that actually be talking about what you're looking for. The answers that you're looking for, they're right there. The same happens for books. Many of you, your first stories of people going to a library or to a bookstore, they're looking for something to read or for answers to something that they want, and a book will fall right at their feet. And, wouldn't you happen, it has the answers that you're looking for. So, again, never disclose, or never
discount.
Thank you. Discount. No, never just.
That was an angel, by the way.
Thank you. Yes, I know. This goes. I don't always find my words, but whatever. Anyway, how they're trying to communicate with you, because they are communicating with you. And the other thing is that you being aware of how they're communicating with you is more important than them trying to communicate with you. It doesn't work that way. They already are talking to us. They're already here all the time. Each one of us has an angel assigned to us. We can also get in touch with many different angels. There is an infinite numbers of them. But the thing is that we're not always certain or sure or even aware that they're actually talking to us in many different ways. Like Greg was saying with the numbers, that you can get it that way, and all the things that I just talked about. So it's you that needs to become aware and decide how you want the messages to come to you. If it's easier for you to get them in your dreams, then by all means ask them. Before you go to sleep, you'll talk to them and you'll say, this is the problem that I have. I want to have it. I would like to have an answer. Always be grateful and always ask nicely, and they will come to you in your dreams. And even if you're not aware of your dream, you'll know because you have the answer the next day. The same it goes if you you might get images. Like I don't see angels like Greg sees them in a speak like in a physical form, but they do send me images just like it moving in my head. So they're using telecommunication. Also, that's how I hear them. They're using telecommunication. So that's the same for some of you. Might be really good with that. Some of you might have a higher, a higher frequency with your hearing, and you might be able to actually hear them talking, but you don't see them. That doesn't mean they're not there and you're not talking to them. You're not going crazy. There's a lot of people there in the crazy places that might be, that actually are talking to angels, but unfortunately are being treated for different illnesses. So they use your strength to talk to you. So whatever your strengths are and your gifts to communicate with you. Also, your experiences, your life experiences are sent to you specifically to help you grow spiritually and to awaken whatever it is that you're supposed to be awakened to. The goal for all of us is to live in love for ourselves and others, and to try and spread that to as many people as you can. That is really all the main message. So whatever it is, it doesn't have to be special. And just talking to someone and making their day better, you already spread a lot of love. You didn't really need to do any more than just that. Just be kind to everybody. Okay. Yes, sure.
Can I just add to that?
Sure.
I was just being reminded, I had a mentor once who really taught me a lot, and being aware, the two words that she kept on saying was, pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always frequently reminded of that, because there are things, messages that I know I receive every day.
Right.
And then all of a sudden I'm doing something different. I'm like, wait a minute, what just happened? So if you really
Yes.
pay attention to what's happening when you ask a question.
It doesn't always, right.
It doesn't happen right away.
No. A lot of times we get in our own way, unfortunately, because we want things to happen right now. And if it doesn't, then that proves that they don't exist. Or that, that you're not talking to them. So our own belief and our own limitation creates our realities. You need to really be aware of that. We create our realities. And they do want us to, that's the number one thing actually, they want us to know that we are creators. And we can create what we have in our life. So if you always doubt yourself and you always think that other people, and you think that people are judging you, then that's what you're going to get. If you're always afraid that something's going to happen, that's what you're going to get. It's not that they haven't heard your prayer. It's as if, you can ask them for help, but then if you're still doubting what you're doing or afraid of what might come to you, your energy, what you're sending out there, is kind of canceling what they're trying to do and help you. So you have to be very, very aware of your thoughts all the time. And it is one of the hardest things, because unfortunately, sure, go ahead.
Two things. One quick. You mentioned something about auto writing or auto.
Yes, auto writing. You can use. I'm sorry, you're right. Some people use auto writing to channel messages. I believe so. Yes.
Saint Teresa Avila, in one of her books, said that she had a vision of an angel sitting at a desk writing, and it was him or her, that wrote her books, her mystic.
Yes,
books.
Absolutely.
And so it wasn't her. The other thing is that I had a dream, Mr. Socrates, and I said in the dream, what are you doing? He says, I'm writing a book. It's about angels I have known and am known. And I didn't realize that perhaps that was an angel until just now. And when I got it, I started to blog. I started writing for about a year and a half. Not too much about angels, but other stuff. But looking back now, I can see that as a turning point for a different level.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It is amazing that if you are meant to write something, that how strongly, once you decide to get that pen and you get over all your fears and insecurities, that how you can just let them do the work. You're really like a tool, an antenna,
It's
just
not
for yourself.
You. It's not
no,
me. It's
just right. You're channeling.
Yeah.
You are an antenna. You're like conduit to their messages. So it's not really you. You don't need to think of yourself that you need to do anything special or be anything special, because you're just receiving messages. You have to make yourself more available and open to receiving messages, and that will actually make it happen more than anything. But we do get in our way for that. Yes, auto writing is one of the ways that you can try. Some people, if you don't hear, or if you're afraid that you're not getting that you don't have any other way to find messages or receive messages from angels, trying to do auto writing is one of the ways that you can actually do that. And all you have to do is really find a quiet place, get a pen, close your eyes, or you can do it with your eyes open. There's people who use computer because they're great at typing and they can just close their eyes and type away. It'll be a lot easier to interpret what you wrote because you're not really seeing what you're writing because you're trying to channel. But it's amazing what the messages that you might get that way. There was, you made me think of something I don't remember. If any one of you has had near-death experiences, a lot of times we get messages then. I did when I was 21. I actually was in a car accident and I was in a coma for about 3 days. And I didn't realize that I actually made the choice to not die, and I was talking to my white beings and angels about what I was going to come back and do. But I didn't remember all that until much later on. I do remember being in that room and being freaked out by it, but remember, I just want to go back to wherever I was, so just let me live and whatever it is. But I didn't put it all together until I learned what those experiences are. Another thing that happened to me that made me aware that there were such things as angel. I grew up Catholic too, so you see them as pictures. You don't think they actually exist until you realize it. Was that a friend of mine was staying with me, and she was staying with us for about 8 months. She had her child, and one night I was dreaming, or at least they came to me, and they took me up into the space. And I love being in the universe. And I was so busy looking around. There were these 3 beings, and they looked, there was 2 men and a woman, and I knew they were just special people, but I was busy looking, and the one guy was very adamant, and he said, pay attention. And so they said, she's a very special person. You need to take care of her. I was like, okay, fine, I got that. What's that over there? And it's like, well, you need to pay attention. She's a very special person. You need to take care of her. And so I did. I woke up and I just, these dreams are so different than your everyday dreams that you'll remember every detail of your experiences. They want you to remember everything. You're not going to forget. And I'm sure some of you have had such things. If you want to share, if any one of you has, you can certainly share any of this. Anybody has had any kind of dreams or in your death experience? No? Okay, that's fine. All right. So, any questions for anybody? Otherwise, how much time do I have? How much do you want? How much? Oh, okay. Good. Does anybody have any question? Wanted to share something? Sure.
I did have a dream this week, actually. After I did I participated in a light code activation that night. After the activation that night, I had a dream. It was that kind of dream like it felt so real.
Right.
Like the feeling, that soul feeling. And in the dream, there was a man crossing boundaries with me, like he was being rude and obnoxious, and we were in public, so I wanted to put him in his place humor. I didn't want to get angry, so I was using humor and being playful to, let him know he was of the line. But that didn't work. He just kept being obnoxious, so I did end up having to push him and get away from him. But right after that, Jim Carrey, the actor, he came to me, and he was very sincere, and he had his arm around me, comforting me, and he said, you did such a good job putting that man in his place. And I felt it, I felt so validated and cared for, and really good about that. And I knew, when I woke up from that dream, that I felt it, I really felt that soul connection. And what it meant to me is that, there are times with my husband that, he might be overbearing, or I might feel a little aggravated, and I don't want to be angry. Like, there's no reason to be. I trust him, I love him. There's no, like, I would love to use more humor in my life to deal with stress. And I was talking about that like the week before. So I think the gift I got from that dream was that I can use humor, that it is in me. And I remember I used to have a sense of humor. I don't know where it went, but like that. And so
That's probably why they use Jim Carrey.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But you brought up a good, I know something that you, Greg, talked about before, but I wanted to stress a little bit more. They use our memory store, so images and experiences and beliefs that we might have stored in our memory field to come to us, so in a way, such a way so they don't shock us. So not everybody's going to have the same experience. We all have our own unique experiences when we deal with angels, and they do come to you in such a way so that you don't get scared and shocked. I mean, we're still getting freaked out when we hear ghosts around the house, and or if there's anybody that if you hear a noise and there's no one there, who doesn't get a little heart racing right there until you realize, oh wait, it's okay, it's all right. But there's a ton of movies there that they're trying to still make us live in fear and of what the unknown is, and there is really nothing to fear. So they have to adopt our own views of what we think of angels, and they use those to come to us. So if Jim Carrey was what they wanted this, and they have a great sense of humor. So absolutely, they will do that. So great, thank you for sharing that. Yes, actually, I wanted to share this with you because the angels that I talk to most, I also don't really care who comes through. I don't sit there and ask the name or make it a point that I need to know the name of the angels, because really what you're just getting the message, and whatever it is, I don't really care who it is. I just know that it's an angel, and they will come. Who has seen Tangled? Anybody know Tangled, the movie Tangled? Okay. Yes, it's a Disney animated movie, or whatever it is. It's Tangled. It's a cartoon. Anyway, there is a little guy, when they're in the tavern, they make him, fly around playing as Cupid. Well, that's the angel that decided to, that's how he's coming to me all the time. And I didn't really put the two and two together because I kept trying to find the right pictures to give the right image to people. And I'm very happy that he's coming to me in such a comical way, because we all need a little bit of humor and laughter in life, and it's hard as it is every day. So anyway, just wanted to show you that doesn't have to be specific. It doesn't have to be serious. It doesn't have to be anything. It's whatever you want it to be. You decide, they come to you. As simple as that. So if we have time, I wanted to do a meditation with you guys for each one of you to hopefully get a message from any of the angels that might be here, or that you call upon. I want to, for any one of you that knows your angels and you want to call upon a specific angels, to do so. If you're already in touch with your angel guide, please do so. Get in touch with them. Otherwise, whoever comes to you, that will be, will be up to whoever's available, and there's plenty today. So anyway, I want you to all close your eyes and start taking some nice 3 deep breaths. I'm going to relax. Take some nice deep breaths. There's lots of room there. Sorry. I think it's so again, we're going to just let go of everything. We're going to relax our shoulders, relax our neck, relax our jaw, relax our arm, let go of any stress. We always collect lots of stress and worry in our shoulders, so just let it go. Just let it go. Get all your worries out. Relax your legs. Let go of any stress there too. Relax all the way down to your toes. Just let go of any stress. Take a nice deep breath. And just enjoy the calm. And just slow down and tell yourself, I'm going to be calm. I'm just going to slow down and calm down. We're going to grow roots out of our feet into the earth. Any roots, whatever you want to make them, Make them as pretty as you like, or as strong as you prefer, whatever you want. I put crystals on them, so just make them go all the way down into the center of the earth until you find this beautiful ball of energy. It's iridescent blue light or whatever color you want to make it. Just draw as much energy as you can from this ball and bring it all the way up into the center of your being where your solar plexus is. Now we're going to let our minds go all the way up and reach into the white light from the greater being and just find the purest white, beautiful light and bring it down through your crown chakra, into yourself, down into the center of your being, and make it merge with that ball of light. We're going to span this ball of light as wide as our being into our aura. Make it as big and bright as you can. We're going to ask our angels to align our chakra. Archangel Metrodon is going to do that very quickly for all of us. We're going to align all our chakras and correct any imbalance that might be there. So just make this ball of light even brighter, and he's going to take care of that. From here, we're going to start traveling up. We're going to be leaving Earth, or be leaving the ground, and we're going to start going up, floating up into the sky, until you find a great cloud. Find the prettiest cloud that you like, and just lay on it. And see yourself laying on this cloud. Enjoy the peacefulness and the lightness that you feel of being on top of this cloud. Know that you're safe, you're being held there, and you're protected, that nothing can come in the way. Just feel yourself being enveloped in beautiful white light, the clouds and the light, and it's just peaceful and loving. And just lay there for a little bit, until you find that somebody's actually there with you. Somebody knew that you were going to be there and came to see you. It's one of your angels. You can ask any question to this angel that you might want. Take as much time and ask as many questions as you want. Once you've done talking to your angels, just thank them and tell them that they're welcome to come to you anytime, that you're open, and to let you know how they decide to communicate with you from now on. You can ask right now, or they can show you later. We're going to start descending, and we're going to come down all the way down until we touch the ground. And whenever you feel good, you can open your eyes. Whenever you're ready. Okay. You got, any one of you can use this meditation. It's a very quick, it's very nice. It gets you enough to just get into the mode of things and to get messages from people. Do not discourage if you weren't able to meditate here today. Not everybody's able to meditate the right way, the same way. So if you're more comfortable doing it in your own home, please use it. If you have your own way of doing, meditation, just adopt it to whatever it is easier for you to do, and just go with it. And I find that that's the best place for me to go when I need to get messages.